Good afternoon and a very welcome at our Thursday Live, the day after we've celebrated Valentine's, and I hope that you were spoiled rotten yesterday. You are going to be spoiled today with some creative ideas and inspiration on how to create texture on a wall, which can be a focal wall in your space. So I'm going to take you through the steps and give advice and inspiration, and it's so easy. So if you follow these steps, anyone can be a master at achieving a masterpiece by just doing a few simple things. So first of all, we have painted a base coat in Tjhoko paint, colourful walls. So it is Tjoko's inspired wall colours in the colour David. You can see that this was really used, there's nothing left. We have painted with this bucket, and it wasn't full, the entire room, which is more or less 20 square meters and a bathroom, and I would say there was maybe 4 litres left in this 5-litre container. Okay, so the base coat was painted. It's a low-sheen, washable, water-based wall paint in some of the most amazing Tjhoko colours. Now this has dried, and once dry, we can start playing around. Now this is just ideas, and I always say nothing that I say is cast in stone. We share ideas, we share inspiration, and you make sure that you do and use colours in your space that you prefer and that you like. So Kaylee, this is Kaylee's room, and Kaylee, I've been working with a lot of clients, and Kaylee, with all due respect, is one of the most difficult ones. She's very specific in what she wants, which is amazing, because us girls do need to know what we want in life. So her brief to me was she wants a light room, minimalistic with splashes of colour. Previously there was a headboard on this wall which she doesn't want it any longer, so we are going to remove it. She has a mood board, but slowly but surely we're also tweaking that mood board. And before I'm going to show the technique, I just want to offer some advice, because when you do a makeover in a space, it is very important to have a plan. It's also something that I've mentioned quite recently in an article that I've written for the Home magazine. You need to have a plan. Very important. You need to know what are the colours that you like and that you would like to incorporate in your space. Is there a specific theme that you want to follow through in your space? And then very importantly is to be very realistic. Some of the things that you cannot change in a space, or that's very difficult to change, is your floor. So you just need to work around it. If your floor actually prevents you from using certain colours, then stay away from those colours. Else the colours won't marry, and your overall effect and picture will not be what you envisioned. So be very realistic in what you want to accomplish in your space, keeping in mind the furniture pieces that you already have and the fixtures that you have that you might not be able to change. And if you need to tweak your plan, rethink it more, do so while you are still in the planning process, so that you don't invest money in the project and it's not a success. So planning, creative thinking, problem solving are all the skills that you actually use when doing a home renovation or room renovation project. So back to our wall. So the wall was painted in David. It is an antique white colour, which is recommended in spaces where you want a lot of light. It is not a pure white, so it does have an antique finish. It does complement any other colour. So it's very safe to use. I must be honest with you, it's very trendy. It's also a colour that we've used throughout the factory during the factory revamp, and we've just included focal colours and features to just give a vibrant colour element here and there. It's also a perfect colour to use if you want to incorporate a theme like a Scandinavian chic or Scandinavian look and feel in a space. It's light, it brings forth calmness. So it's very important that also when you do a room makeover, you need to decide what happens in that specific space. A room is a space where you need to find calmness, where at the end of the day you need to rest and feel like it's your special place. Also very importantly is that there are no rules. So whatever you desire and what makes you happy, you can do that. We are just giving inspiration. I say this so often, and I'm going to repeat it to those that hasn't heard me before. Saying this, we live in eclectic times, which means anything goes as long as you are happy. And the fun thing about paint is it's something that's so simple that changes color and mood in a space almost instantly. So if Kaylee is not happy, the paint will be the least of my problems to fix, where furniture and fixtures and other items might be a more costly fix. And that's why the planning process is so important. Okay, so wall is painted. What I have done in a container, and I'm just going to walk you through the process, is I have mixed equal parts stencil of Paris, and I'll explain the quantities that I've mixed in a moment, and Davet Tjhoko paint. So the walls were painted with wall paint, and if you have wall paint left, you can even mix these two together. All Tjhoko paint's products are water-based. So if you have wall paint left, which was this one, sorry for the dirty bucket, guys, it just has really worked hard. So if you have wall paint left and you want to mix that with your stencil of Paris, you can even mix the two of them together, okay, to also save costs. So equal quantities. What I have mixed for this wall, and you will see, we are working with high ceilings. So this is almost, I would say, even 3.5 meters tall and 4 meters wide. I have mixed a litre stencil of Paris, and the stencil of Paris you do get in 500ml containers, so you will need 2 of them. Then a litre paint, so equal quantity stencil of Paris, equal quantity paint, and then half of the quantity of the stencil of Paris that you've added to your mixture. So 500ml I've mixed here, just normal water. And if you want to store your mixture afterwards, make sure you use distilled water. Tap water will contaminate paint and paint products. Okay, so here's the remainder of my mixture. I have just covered it, so this we did this morning before the busy business day started, and I've covered this with a glad wrap to make sure it doesn't dry out before this session. If you have leftover like this, make sure you put it in an airtight container to use for later again. Now what I'm going to do is I'm going to show you various applications. So here I have a steel trowel and here a plastic one. And whatever you can find in your garage can actually work. These I already had. Now what I'm going to do next is I am going to, and I have a bucket of water. Okay, there's my water, and that is all that you will need. So paint, stencil of Paris, and water. Now what I'm going to do is I'm going to distribute my mixture of equal quantity stencil of Paris and paint, and then half of the volume of my stencil of Paris or paint, which was 500ml of water. I'm spreading onto my trowel. So I've mixed everything together well. And now, I don't want to cover this wall with a stencil of Paris. I actually just want to create texture. And because I'm just creating texture, you will see my application is going to be very thin and even. So I'm apologizing for the noise that you will hear, but I'm spreading and scraping. And I'm changing direction. Now, if you want a dark focal wall and not light, you can even paint a color like Sheriff Stone at the bottom. Mix your remainder Sheriff Stone, which is a charcoal color, with your stencil of Paris, and then you will have this suede textured effect with a dark charcoal color. And the same applies if you want a denim blue focal wall. You can use something like Godfrey's Glimpse or Vosloo and just follow the same steps. Yellow, you can use, Tjhoko has a beautiful variety of colors. To do next. So you spread until you are happy. If you want to cover certain areas more, you simply just spread it. And what I do now is I dip my trowel in some water and I simply spread even more. So I'm sure the process does make sense, and that's how easy it is. Once this has dried, so I'll just make sure I cover all the gaps and I spread it as I want, and also the more you move, the more texture it creates. What I found, and that's different with a plastic trowel, is that the texture is even more visible. And this I also particularly like more. This is actually so much fun and a very good workout. And it's something beautiful, and other than the workout, it's effortless. It's quick and easy. Okay, if you have any questions, feel free to ask them. I just need to mention two very important things. So we have winners for our latest Tjhoko Challenge competition. So Mariette Langley, Elizabeth Hart, well done on the beautiful creations that you have created with the room makeovers. That was the reason for Kaylee's inspiration. So thank you. And now I can even be more busy by creating something in my own space. Then we have a new Facebook group. So after numerous and endless attempts to actually get our Facebook group back, which was known as Tjhoko Creations, it wasn't a success. So we are no longer admin on that group. So please take note that we have started a new and amazing Facebook group called Tjhoko Tribe. I have shared the link in the announcement of this Thursday Live. So Tjhoko Tribe is our one and only new Facebook group. So please go follow the group, join the group. It would be amazing to have you there. If in the past you have shared any creations and inspiration on our Tjhoko Creations Facebook group, please go repost it on our Tjhoko Tribe Facebook group. And please take note, we have no control over the Tjhoko Creations Facebook group. So we can't close the group, we can't end it, we can't approve posts on there. Sometimes approvals still happen, but it's not by us. It's by the hackers of that group. So please refrain yourself from sharing anything on the Tjhoko Creations group. Share it on the new Tjhoko Tribe Facebook group. It would be amazing to have you there. We can share creativity. Remember, the group rules are to inspire each other, to uplift each other, to always be kind and to always be helpful. And we live by those rules. So let's do it. And then, till next time. This morning I asked, when we did the teaser for this afternoon, we need to know what you need. And we listen. Always, and where possible, we try to implement. So if there's something that you know your children or teenagers need to be added to the Tjhoko product listings, please let us know so that we can see what product developments we can get our hands dirty with. And then for the rest, please enjoy the remainder of February. May it be a month of love and also self-love and appreciation. Always believe in yourself, and remember that I am telling you this today. Believe in yourself. You are amazing, and it's amazing to be part of such a beautiful community of creatives. Till next time, and more inspirational creative ideas in Kaylee's room. Stay safe, have a lovely week, and sending you much love from Mama Tjhoko and Kaylee's new to be room.